Hey everyone, you guys sent in a bunch of stuff about robot vacuums. Looks like you're ready to figure out what this whole robot cleaning thing is all about. We found a really interesting episode from this podcast called The Robotics Insight. It's called Robot Vacuum Cleaners. Simple but smart. And they had this robotics expert on, Dr. Kumar ul Islam. And honestly, it was packed with information. Like, they fit an entire encyclopedia into 45 minutes. So we're going to break down all the coolest and most interesting parts for you.
It really is amazing how much tech is in these little things that zoom around your house. It's pretty impressive.
Right. I mean, having a vacuum that just bounces around randomly is one thing, but these things map out your rooms and they make decisions about where to go and even like how much power to use. So what exactly makes these things so much different than just a regular vacuum?
I think what's really fascinating here is how they combine sensors and processors and algorithms, and that's what lets them understand and react to their environment. Like, the sensors are pretty amazing. They're not just bumping into things. They use infrared sensors to avoid obstacles that are close by, and ultrasonic sensors to measure distances. And then those bump sensors are kind of there, just in case, as a last resort.
So they have a whole bunch of different senses. I bet that's super important for making those maps they use.
Exactly. Some of them use LiDAR, which is kind of like radar, but with lasers.
Yeah.
It lets them make a full 3D map. And others use cameras and some really complex image processing to do the same thing. And this lets them clean in a really organized way, so they don't miss any spots. And they don't clean the same area like a million times. They're like little cleaning strategists.
Speaking of strategy, walk me through how one of these things actually cleans a room. What are the steps?
Okay, so let's say you just put your robot vacuum in your living room. First, it's going to use all those sensors to figure out where it is and start mapping everything. It'll figure out the edges of the room and all the obstacles like furniture legs and stuff. It can even find the spots that are extra dirty.
So it's not just like wandering around, it's actually making a plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Once it has a good idea of what the room looks like, it'll come up with a path to clean. It'll usually go back and forth in a pattern to make sure it gets everything. And then the cleaning starts. They use suction and spinning brushes, and sometimes even vibration to loosen and pick up all the dirt and stuff.
Okay, so we've got the sensors, the mapping, the cleaning action, but what happens when it runs out of battery? Like, what if it gets stuck behind something?
Most of them can go back to their charging station on their own when the battery's low, and some can even remember where they left